Okay. So I'm recording for Michael. He will be late, so we can just go ahead to do that.
So can I just use like a regular HB pencil?
Yeah, yeah. Have you done
Because
some sketch before? You have done that, right?
a little bit, that's why I have this thing.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, you can use that.
I
And
mean, I mostly use HB, so
yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah,
or can I just use a normal pencil and not just type this type, or I can.
right. Did you ever do that on easel? Some kind of like a big sketch work have you done in the studio or studio with anybody
Not
before?
really.
Okay, right. Okay, sure, no problem. I think some of my students did that, but even you don't do it, you know, you understand that be totally fine. So you can look at this one if you're ready. Okay.
Okay.
So did you do anything similar to this?
So do I just sketch the tiny one? Like,
Yeah, anything similar to this one, this type of sketch? Have you done any similar things before?
I mean, I've drawn a block.
Oh, got it. Yeah. See, this is a little bit different from the cone, not cone, the cube. Okay, it's a little bit different from the cube because the surface is rounder. So then you make the color. This is the highlight area, okay, in the middle. This is the highlight area up to the top. And just because the surface is kind of rounder, it's curving, that's why the shade go gradually getting darker, smoothly changed, okay, over here. It's a kind of tree idea. So this one I marked, it's the brightest. And then you can see this is kind of a gray, second one, and then dark. Okay, these three. And on the other side, just gray, right? So it's kind of highlight area is bright. So it's like a tree or anything similar to cone shape. There's a highlight area. Why is highlighted? Because the light shoot shoots this direction. The light shoots here. Okay. So
Mhm.
over here. So that's light. And farther from the light will be a little bit gray. Okay, a little bit getting dark, getting a little bit dark. And this is darkest. That's the farthest area. And of course, the shadow. So that's simple. But something you need to pay attention to it. Okay, let's just do that. You can follow this video and you can do a smaller size of this. Just test it out with your
I feel
paper. And
like something, the hardest part about drawing that shape is the bottom
okay,
for some reason,
yeah,
because it looks weird when I
okay.
draw it. Okay, yeah, that's
I can show you some other video since this is kind of like you um sounds like could learn a little more about uh the cone itself. So I can give you um more idea about the cone. Okay, let's go ahead to do
this
this.
is my small shape
Oh
so
yeah,
far.
yeah. So it's yeah,
Look at this cone.
yeah, I'm making something easy to understand. Okay, here you look at this. I'm making this one.
Okay, the how to draw a cone. Okay, look at
So this is a cone,
Yeah.
and actually I'm making a little model here. those small pieces of cone. So you can the bottom you see, of course, compare with, okay, compare with my pencil, you can clearly see the cone on the left upper corner is not a straight. The bottom is a curve, but how curving it is. Okay, it needs to be.
I think that's a problem I have.
Yeah, see this one. I can more like measure this one this way, and you can see it is a little bit changing when I change the angle to look at it. Okay, see it's changing a little bit the angle, and mark with the pencil here straight, and it is like that. So look at this. When I change angle, when I lift it up, the bottom became smaller, less curving. See that? Getting smaller. And this is became a line. And then keep going. That'll be a line. And if I keep going, that'll be another way to curve. Okay. See, that's changed to be like this when you change the angle. So so this is a little bit understanding about this. Okay. Another thing we need to pay attention is, okay, let me show you another one. See this thing, okay? This is quite, you will probably never realize something like this. When I show you this a glue stick, okay, you can see the glue stick, how long. It is like my screen long. But when I do this, when I go further, you can see my glue stick is getting smaller, half of my screen long. You probably never pay attention to this type of thing. The little further, the smaller. The closer, the bigger. It happened to the bottom of the cone, actually. What's the what piece influenced the cone bottom? See, this is getting closer and bigger, and the farther, the smaller. It's so important in drawing theory. Okay, all the theory. If you know the trick, or you understand this, that'll be really helpful. Yeah, let's see. When you draw the bottom, okay, the first half, okay, this half, the bottom, okay, let's see the bottom. The first half and the second half are the same. Literally, they are the same. But when you put a cone here, okay, for example, the cone is here.
Yeah.
And then this side is closer to you. This half is closer. The other half is farther. It's like this look longer than this. So seems you can see the other side. When you draw the bottom, okay, this is the line. When you draw the bottom, this one need to be a little bit longer than this side, okay? I'm exaggerating, but actually this one is longer than this one. You have to draw something like that. Otherwise, you're wrong because this side is closer. This side is closer. Yeah, this not super important, but see the side, it's kind of going this way. Okay, this one is going this way, curving this way. So the bottom won't go something like this. You won't get a sharp corner like this. because the other side you will curve around. You have to think about this. The other side must be curving around to get there, okay? Something you have to curve like a tangent to it. All right, let's go back to what we were. Okay, just two most important point I want to make. So do you think people think cone is so easy, but actually not. Little detail, it's not that simple. So let's just draw this one. Okay, let's just draw together, okay, the cone smaller.
Try this on our paper. We can draw a smaller one.
Now you can draw this.
Just get a triangle. Okay. Maybe draw this line, center line first, and easily to get this equal on both sides. Okay. You can do this. You can do this. Okay.
You can draw smaller one.
So two sides should be equal, equal to that. This one should be the same distance. Okay. You draw it. Okay. Just try it, and this is equal, and then you can think about the bottom.
Yeah, just draw straight line first. Okay. Just the bottom is kind of like a normal triangle.
Will be
And then you draw the curve at the bottom.
here.
Yeah, something like that. Yes, good. And then you can mark one point. It is too small, sorry about that. Mark a point at the bottom that's you want to curve there, okay? Curve as far as this point and go back to this point too, okay? Here.
Kind of like this one here, and this the bottom here. So you can imagine how much under that because this is closer to you, right? This half is.
The other side, it's kind of hidden behind, although we cannot see, but we will draw that anyways. It will be helpful for you to draw this part successfully. You won't do a sharp corner like this, okay? That's why we draw that, the hidden side of the circle at the bottom. But we mark a little bit shorter. We mark the other side a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter, not too short. Not big, huge difference.
Closer to you at the bottom. This is closer to you. The other side is further from you. So you can still draw your see-through. Okay, this is a little bit longer than this. So the whole thing should be like this. And this one is like that.
So you actually draw an oval.
For this corner, so this corner is naturally going here, okay? Naturally going here. For this corner,
see this corner?
so this corner is naturally going here, okay? Naturally going here. Don't do something like this one and this, and you get a sharp corner. That's wrong, okay?
Yeah, don't get a sharp corner like this. Okay, that's you need to pay attention, not sharp corner.
And you cannot cut too much either. You just do this naturally. It's kind of like come to here and go up. Okay, so it's like you come here and go up like this. So that's your cone shape. So these ones you cannot see like this. You cannot see, but now just help you to understand, and then you can erase that. It doesn't. It's not useful anymore, so you can just erase this. And you can draw the shading area, the shade, the shadow of your coin. And you can do that.
Yeah, and this is two lines, the shadow line. One is here, another one is here.
This one's hard.
Yeah, it's just a two line. It's kind of tangent to the bottom too. Gradually getting closer, closer, closer to the bottom. Not this one, this, but it's kind of like going tangent to that. In China, actually, these things are pretty important. Everybody has to pass that and draw more complicated thing to pass the test to get into design a major or art major.
That. And see, this is kind of.
But not in Canada. Canadian don't really teach. They don't have this kind of knowledge, and then they don't have good foundation. Even in our school, for example, if you see Emily Carr, it's not. They don't have that much foundation. If even when I moved to Canada, I got my master's here, and teacher immediately see, oh, I can draw something better than others. I know because I have the Chinese foundation for this part, which is very hard work and not so healthy sometimes. It works too hard, but I actually worked well. So my teacher my professor asking me to teach others of my classmates how to draw better.
Like darkest.
So if you know these, you can teach others of your classmates.
Area happening
I
here.
don't know because I was not born in China.
But you learn this a little bit further. You know a little bit more than others. That'll be good. Yeah, that's why I would like to teach you something others don't know.
But this seems a little bit lighter than the darkest area. See, why is that? Because, for example, this is darker area. See, this is darker area, but it isn't the darkest on here. Light coming from this side and away from the light, you get darker and darker and darker. But this is supposed to be the darkest because that's most further.
Okay, now you can just watch this. It's getting a little bit details.
Light, you get darker and darker and darker. But this is supposed to be the darkest because that's most further from the light. But why it should be a little bit lighter? You can see it's a little bit lighter. To see why is that, let me show you this. If I go closer, do you see?
Just pay attention to this part.
Okay, probably you cannot see that. I was talking about this is darker, right? A little bit darker, but further away, a little bit lighter because
you see the edge is a little bit brighter. It's weird. Why I'm showing you?
When you get this,
did you see it brighter?
Video is lighter now. See, it changed, right? Why it has changed? Because the reflection from other things. That's why it's not at the darkest area here because it has a little bit of reflection on it. So you can still see the darkest area is happening here. So that's why we will do darkest area. So for this thing, it's kind of brightest and getting a little bit darker and darker, but the farthest edge is actually not the darkest because it get a little bit reflection from the surroundings.
That's why it's a little bit tricky. So the darkest things happening here. Okay. And brighter gray, darkest, and gray again to the far edge for this part. So this is a little bit detail about the cone.
In
It's
here,
tricky,
okay,
yeah.
that's the darkest area around here.
I
So
thought
you can
I have two.
Yeah, both are pretty good. The shape is
I
perfect.
feel like this one looks better for some reason. Because this one
both.
is a little weird. I mean, this is the first one before, this is the one that I tried first, and this is the second one.
Okay, both are good, I think. The top one a little bit similar and narrower. And the bottom
And
is
it's
a little
taller for
bit
some
shorter. Okay. It doesn't seem anything wrong with the both.
shade it this way. You can make it that darkest
So
and
let's
gradually
just the shading now, getting a little bit darker on the darkest first.
lighter and
Okay,
lighter.
let's do this.
Lighter, okay. Darkest are here, gradually lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay. And this is getting a little bit lighter
I
gradually.
am not very good with shading.
So you can do this.
It's okay. Just roughly, I can, yeah, no requirement. Just
Because
roughly.
I rarely do shadings, and I normally do it for fun, and I just mess it
Oh.
up a lot.
Okay, so the trick is just to release your strength, getting a little bit brighter and brighter and no color at all.
And another
Like,
thing we need
always
to
the
pay.
bottom more.
The bottom part you don't care about there first. Just do the triangle, the side. Okay, just the side. Because it is small, I think it'll be easier for you.
Attention is this line. Okay, let me zoom out. This dark area is happening this way. Okay, it's all from the tip of the.
All from the summit. Okay, all the line, the direction will from the summit. When you shade that, because the summit is somehow everything changed that way. Okay, it's kind of like even the summit, the top of the cone will be the same to everywhere. The top is the same. So the very, very top will be shining on the red side.
Cone. It's changing this way. It's kind of darkest, second darkest, lighter thing. It's all from this. You cannot do the darkest area this way. Changing this way. It's this way. Okay. It's
See, I'm
all
showing
from
you
the
all from the center
the
top summit.
tip of the cone. It's changing this way. It's kind of darkest, second darkest, lighter thing. It's all from this. You cannot do the darkest area this way.
See, you cannot do the dark thing, darker edge this way, okay? You cannot do changing this way, okay? You cannot change this way. Everything from the summit, okay? Every line change.
Like everything from the point.
Yeah, 1 point on the top. Yeah, your line, your shading line will be all like that kind of direction, okay, are marked. Here, you can see that everything goes this way. See what I marked is all about this kind of direction. So your shading will go this direction.
Way. It never happen like this. The darkest all like this. It won't be like that. And little lighter and lighter. It won't be like that. Because the light coming shooting here equally shooting here too. So it's all the way goes to the top. So this one you can do a little bit lighter. Okay, and this is kind of like darker outside now. So you draw outside.
So for drawing the trees, what's related to the trees? That's why when we draw trees, we have dark paint. We draw the dark paint this way on this side. So we don't want dark paint on this side, on the top of this side. We don't want to do that. Okay.
I don't know why I can't help myself. I keep making it like that.
Okay, can I take a look at what a little bit over the top, okay? A little bit over the top, just to keep the top right side, right half of the top white, totally white. Yeah, you can do that. That is fine. Everything is fine, but just keep the top open, half. That's why we keep the one side of the tree top bright. We use yellow or something brighter. The right side will be a dark, like darker green, but the other side will be, the top will be yellow. This yellow won't be on this side either. Okay, won't on the left side either. Won't be on the dark side. So we draw outside a little bit shading. So by doing that way, the brighter side of the right side of the cone coming out clearly.
It looks a little better, but it's still a little weird.
Yeah, I think it's totally fine now. Yeah, good. I think then you getting gentle and gentle go this way. Gentle and gentle, gentle. Go a little bit lighter and lighter and lighter this way.
You mean like going horizontal?
Yeah. No, not horizontally. Just your lines all about this direction.
Yeah.
But the gradual change will go gradually lighter. You release.
But very lightly.
Yeah. You all your how to use your pencil. It's use your pencil, go this way. Go this way.
Yeah, but I feel like most of the textures are like sort of horizontal. Like most of the textures.
Oh, you
Mhm.
don't have to just don't do the same. You don't have to do the same. So this is easy to control if you do this way. If you
Yeah,
do,
that is more easy to control.
and you just release your make everything gentle on the side to the side.
So should I just keep doing it this way, or I need to do it a little bit this way?
No, this way, not the blue way. Okay, you just do
Okay.
the right way, the right color way.
But very lightly because for the middle, like very bright.
Yeah. Keep the middle. Keep this area totally white. You can keep this area up to the top, totally white.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on the very edge, on the opposite side of where I shaded, There's
Yeah,
like a
the-
little bit dark.
Yeah, this is a little bit gray, okay? But the middle, you can keep it open like white. Nothing you need to do. You don't have to do anything for the middle. For the small piece, you just simple do this way. You can see it will be like real. By the end, you will see your little cone will be like a real thing. Not real, totally real, but it's very 3D.
Why in some sketches it's like they need like different pencils and not just HB?
Because when you do a big one on the easel, on the big thing, you need to do a lot of detail. When you do the detail, you need different grades of
Like
pencil.
softer and harder ones?
Right. The softer one will be darker, easy to get
Because
darker.
those ones is like in here. Just
Mhm.
I feel like that it's like usually the lighter ones are harder.
Mhm.
So I feel like the reason we use HB because it's just right. It's
Mhm.
not too hard and not too soft.
Yeah, middle. Yeah, that one is the middle one. So you start
Because
with the
because
lighter one, the harder one.
oh, I whenever I look at my pencil, it says the word HB.
Yeah, because that's the middle. I think the most popular, easiest. But when you get harder and darker one, you have to be looking for the softer pencil, the darker pencil. 2B, 3D, 3B, 4B, 5B, something like that.
And draw the outside this way.
Now you can draw a little bit darkness on the outside. Once you do outside, you can see the difference between the inside and outside. I actually use coloring outside to make the shape of the cone come out. To shape the cone, use coloring the outside.
And draw outside this way. So when you do the line, do that pretty tidy one, go all the way like this. So it's like that.
So your pencil moving direction can be just around your cone bottom.
Keep your shape well. And this is darker than outside is darker than inside.
And the shadow, it'll be the darkest, even darker than the dark side of the cone.
So you can do a little bit darker on the
Just
outside and gradually getting lighter like this.
This is just like what we did for the first mountain. It is the dark difference. Right? You can see the dark difference, but not too different.
I still have my landscape thing, and the sun is bothering me a lot.
Oh, the sun, right?
Yeah, it's bothering me so much.
Yeah. Another way, I will tell you later, you can try that too. You can use pencil crayon to fix your light, the sun.
Because actually it looks like tentacles in the sky for some
Okay,
reason.
yeah. Okay. Do you have like a pastel?
Pastel?
It's like a chalk.
Like soft pastels?
Yeah, the chalk.
I do.
Not that oil pastel, but it's
Oh
like
yeah,
a
I
powder.
have soft. I have the powder one and oil pastels.
Yeah, you use these things. I have that. Use these things. Use the powder and use the towel to put some powder on top of your sun. You can cover a little bit, not very obvious. It feels like, oh, that's kind of a radiation, not the tentacles. Try that. You can use that. And also, when you draw the longer line, you can use white pencil crayon and with the ruler, you can make it really a little light, very lightly doing the white.
Shade supposed to
Try
be.
these things. And this one you do the bottom
It's kind of a little bit
darkness.
lighter.
It's a little bit darker at the shade and also
Like this.
the darkest is the shadow, darkest thing. You see, it's although the first painting was the simplest, but it means a lot. Everything is kind of comparison for drawing, for painting.
So does the
art.
shadow has like shades?
Yeah. Shading from dark to lighter. This is darkest close to the object and getting a little bit lighter far away because more and more light reflection can see it, can shoot there, can line up the broader shadow.
And you can, at the bottom, you have a dark line because there's a gap. So the gap is like darker in there. So you can do a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes I tell people, imagine you are an ant or you are just a germ, okay? You're a piece of germ, very, very small. And you are at the bottom of this cone mountain, okay? You're at the mountain foot. And you look at this foot bottom, there's like kind of this little area at the bottom will be the cave, right? The bottom to you will be the cave. When there's a cave, usually what typical thing for the cave? It's dark. So darkest, very, very dark. That's why you make a very, very dark line along here. When you do that, you separate your cone from the table very effectively. Okay, you got what I say?
Yeah, and also I feel like my shadow looks a little weird.
Okay, show me how do you see?
So this part is the shadow and it looks sort of a little.
The shadow, it looks good to me. Just close to the object, it's darker. That's all. If you do
Okay.
that, will be better. I guarantee. Yeah. Because I said that it's closer to the object, the more shade, right? The darker, the darker. So gradually getting lighter and lighter, like the sky. Remember, we paint the sky from lighter to darker. Hello, Michael.
That was easier because you're blending.
Michael, we are doing this to understand a tree. Remember last time we said the tree is like triangle or cone. And we especially want to understand the cone. We try to draw a little piece of a cone here. You can just look at this and draw this and show me how you're doing.
Is this
Because
better?
yeah, good, much better. And remember what I talk about. Imagine you're a germ. Look at the bottom of the mountain, and the mountain is kind of cave, and the cave is very, very dark. Typical thing of cave is very, very dark along this line. That's
I'm just
why you
making it
draw
darker.
this bottom line really dark. And you just
I mean, but not the entire thing, but just
yeah, just don't make your finger too hurt, but you just make it a little bit hurt. You make it really dark there, and immediately you separate your cone from the table. You're drawing 3D on the 2D world. Yes, good. See, it's separate, and maybe a little bit here on the side too. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, it's okay. I have a recording, so I can send you later.
Okay.
The early part. So just try to understand the cone. A lot of details. Harris listened and practiced a lot of details. Other people may not know, but we need to understand. Yes, good, perfect. So you don't have to go this side, upper side here, because that's kind of brighter, getting a little bit brighter. But a half of that'd be good. All right. See, your 3D object
Yeah.
is coming
Don't get the
to be more 3D now, more real.
whole line.
Stick.
Just darker and then lighter and darker again, because sometimes your object touch closer, you don't have that clear gap. So then you can keep
See,
getting dark.
then you can come back to make this darkest thing darker. The darkest thing is here. Darker, okay? You can go back to make this piece darkest. Okay. Michael, we were talking about this light shooting here, from here to shoot here, that's brightest in the middle, and then getting a little bit darker because that's far from the light source, and the farthest is here. Not the farthest, but here is kind of getting darker and darker, and the far edge actually brighter. Some things exception, okay? Why is this brighter? It's because the flag reflection from all over the environment. So that's the trick, okay? So when we draw the tree, we can do the darkest, okay? Darkest here. And this side is getting a little bit brighter. It's a little bit brighter here. And actually you can add a little bit brighter things here on this side, on the far side. The darkest is the middle, and then you can get brighter on this side. It's just the cone of the tree. Yeah, that's the tree. That's the tree we are usually how to understand that tree. It'll be like this. The tree will be something similar to that because that's a cone. That's 3D. Yeah. So get get this side darker, even darker than that, because if that is too similar to the other surrounding area, I feel like a flat. You want to make that curve a little more, feel like a little more curved. Yeah, good. And also get a little bit lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay. Gradually going this direction, get a little bit lighter and lighter and lighter. Okay, that's all. See, my cone is like this. Yeah, pretty good. And then you can add a little bit color on the side. And then you can see the magic, the trick, the magic. Yeah, you can see.
So which direction?
Any direction. Maybe along this is easiest. I feel along this object will be the easiest. And then make it a lot, okay, more naturally
around it.
Yeah, not just the
like
one.
Does it start with it being darker and getting lighter?
Yes, good. Yeah, good. You can tell that because that's as light usually do. gradual change. And because you don't want to just get shading a band, you want to naturally all over the place, okay? Everywhere, not just the band. Okay, that's all about cone. And the cone, how to use the cone to understand or to draw other things. So I'm showing you so you can do the paint with me on the paper again. So this time you can do, yeah, see, this is a kind of cone thing in real life. See, I can stop here to show you these things. So this is kind of a tree I was talking about. Okay, that's a cone. It's a 3D cone. It's not flat, not a flat triangle thing. The brightest and getting a little bit darker, medium green, and then dark green. And the side you can get a little bit pieces is
Can I add more shading on the
Oh,
side?
the shading, it's okay. The shading you can get more to the top. Okay, if that is trying
Like
you can,
more to the top, but I don't need to make the sides more wider anymore.
yeah, gradually getting lighter. Gradually getting lighter. Okay, you can see, I can go back to the cone so you can see the cone again. Yeah, you can see that. See, that's getting lighter and lighter to the top. It's naturally feel like the background, and a little bit here if you want, but not necessarily. The result of my little piece is here. It's a little bit here. So it's
I'm just
something,
making the top a little lighter than the bottom part.
yeah. The light is getting bright on top, and actually the whole background here are the same. See that?
A tiny box or no?
What's the box? What do you say?
I mean, should I just like, draw the rectangle around it to make it feel like a paper?
Yeah. You put it in a frame. You frame it. Kind of thing. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's kind of just make like a whole background. Make that shading not just a band.
So I can cut out some parts of the background, right?
Yeah. Okay, can I see how you're doing with that so far? Looks pretty good
I
already.
mean, it's a very light frame, so I don't know if you can see it that well. I mean, I'm finished.
You just get gradually change without sudden change. Okay, it's kind of like you don't feel a change, but you changed. Okay, that means smoothly changed. Okay, to the top. That way is naturally make the whole thing unnoticeable, I would say. So how did you try it, Michael?
I'm still drawing it.
You jump in and do this. It's a little bit tricky, I think. I was talking a lot of tricks and understanding theories here. You just by your nature, how do you finish this? I'm curious to see.
I kind of erased half of it because I messed up in one part.
Okay. So don't have to be good or anything. Just try to make it easily. It's like very tiny thumbnail type thing. And it's very easy and you can practice anywhere and you will see how good it is, how 3D it is. Good. Yeah, Karis, that's good. It looks like 3D already, right? It's very 3D, a little piece. And yeah, Michael, I can tell you something more, then you can make your cone even more realistic. Some trick and combine with the reality, then you will understand those. You don't have to draw very well, just roughly. It's kind of sketchy.
Or okay.
People can use a week to work on that on the easel to draw formal sketch, but you don't have to. You can still learn something from this thumbnail thing. Yeah, as I told Karis that if you learn a lot of detail about the simple cone, you already are beyond a lot of people who don't know about it. So just watch the video I will send you later. Upload first.
Good.
Okay, Michael, you can show me how you have done roughly, maybe. Yeah, don't have to finish anything. Okay, good. One thing is just I think you get dark enough for this part, and this side just getting a little bit more gradual. See how that feels.
Mhm.
A little bit more gradual. Okay, release little by little and make it smoothly transitional from one darkness because a little bit too sudden. And also draw, yeah, you make it even better. Yeah, getting naturally to the top. That's cool. Yeah, Harris, that's better. And okay, this line, don't make the dark line continuous to the top. Okay, don't go to the top, otherwise you feel like a line there. You just keep going to the half and stop there.
Just go towards the shadow and that's it.
Yeah, to the middle because the dark thing it is there up to there.
I mean,
And-
I did not actually add the dark part on there, but it might just look
Okay.
like it, but I didn't want
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking, telling you before, right? Yeah. So adding the shadow will be also important for Michael. And also the side darkness, the background darkness on the other side will be also important. Okay, that's all for now, but I was going to actually painting this little tree for you guys together to understand the tree. So you probably can see the tree is like a cone and the mountain was like a cone too, okay? Brighter, medium, and darker. Very soon, next time we will paint a mountain and tree. And we need this, okay? Especially this one, okay? Brighter, medium, little darker, and darkest. You can make it darkest like this here. That's the mountain.
How do you make the snow texture?
It's the snow.
Yeah,
Yeah, the white and blue. White color,
because
right?
I remember that I watched this Bob Ross tutorial where he
Oh.
used a spatula and
Yeah.
then added white paint, and then he sort of like slid it against the mountain and made it really realistic.
Yeah, yeah. I showed you before too, right? We can do the Bob Ross mountain also. Actually, one of my class, I think that we can try. Let me show you that.
Because it's like I feel like the bigger the canvas and the painting is, I feel like you need more tools.
Yeah,
Because it's like he has this gigantic spatula where you add some paint and then you slide it across the mountain.
we will need use like plastic kind of palette knife. Okay, I showed you, and also we can. Let me see. We can learn this drawing together. This is actually Bob Ross style. I'm glad you know Bob Ross. Okay, this one. Okay, I lead my classmate, my students to do this one. So you can see the mountain is also kind of brighter and darker, medium and darker on the other side.
I just recently watched a tutorial that looked very similar to this one.
Yeah, yeah. So that means you probably like this kind of a style.
That's really nice.
Yeah. So you can actually we can go maybe practice a couple of more and then we can do this painting together. Okay, it's not too far, it's not too hard if you go with me step by step. And also you have to have the plastic palette knife in Dollar Tree. You can buy that in Dollar Tree. Yeah, that's the plastic palette knife.
How big does the canvas have to be?
It's up to you. Maybe just do a smaller 8 by 10, something like that, or a little bigger if you want. But we have to practice. Yeah, it's 8 by 10, right? Is that 8 by 10? Karis?
I never checked.
I think so, yeah. We have to learn about the tree. About the tree first, and also understand the cone. And the most important is about the cone is that everything is coming from the top. Okay, everything is from the top summit. Okay, every change is from the summit. All right, okay, let me see. We can also practice yeah, in the past I teach this one. The nose of the tiger is cone, and this one. And next time we will learn this one. Okay, this little piece. Okay, and this is good one later. And during winter we can draw this one. Now, very soon, okay, we can learn this one. You can see the cone is here too, right? And yeah. We can learn some flowers. We can learn something like this too, if we like. And the night scene, something like that, okay? From easy to harder, okay? Gradually to get there. And the good thing is you can get a lot of paintings. You can give to others as a gift, or you can keep it for yourself. Okay, yeah, maybe leave it for the next time for the tree practice, and we can have the core knowledge in hand. So Michael, you can watch the video and then prepare for next time. We'll do the tree and maybe start to do the mountain. I mean the golden mountain thing. This one. Okay, we can go together to do this one a little bit starting for this one. Some technique for this one, especially the cone is kind of a brighter, medium, and darker thing. If you can have that palette, that'd be great. If you don't, doesn't matter, okay? Just visit Dollar Tree, not Dollarama this time. And I was talking about that in the video actually. I can give you that video so you can see again. I think I sent you in a group, WeChat group,